We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello everyone, myself R.N.G from R.N.G Patel Institute of Technology, Bardoli from Electrical Department. Today we are going to discuss about the topic the function of each pins of 8051. So let's go through this topic. The pin configuration of the 8051 package in 40 pins DIP, that is dual inline package, which is shown in figure. It is important to note that many of the pins are used for more than one functions. Not all the possible features may be used at the same time. Programming instructions or physical pin connections determine the use of any multifunction pins. The system designer decide which of these function is to be used and design the hardware and software affecting that pin accordingly. Although the 8051 family members come in different packages such as DIP, which is dual inline package, QFP, which is quad flat package, and LLC, that is leadless chip carrier. They all have 40 pins that are dedicated for various functions such as input output, read, write, address, data, and interrupts. Note that out of 40 pins, a total of 32 pins are set aside for the 4 ports like P0, P1, P2 and P3, which is shown in figure, where each port takes 8 pins. Remember that each port takes 8 pins and rest of the pins are described follows. Let's analyze through the port wise. Now here, that is port 0. Port 0 consists P0.0 to P0.7 pin, that is total 8 pin. Now let us talk about that. It is 8-bit bidirectional input output port. It is bit/byte addressable. During external memory access, it functions as multiplexed data and lower order address bus. That means lower order address bus, that means A0 to A7, and data bus, that means D0 to D7. Okay, clear? Now let's go through the port 1, which is port 1.0 to 1.7. It is also 8-bit bidirectional input output port. It is bit/byte addressable. Remember that thing. When logic 1 is written into port, then it works as input mode. It functions as simply input output port and it does not have any alternative function. That means it simply works as input output port. Clear? Now port 2, that means P2.0 to P2.7. It is 8-bit bidirectional input output port. It is bit/byte addressable. During the external memory access, it functions as higher order address bus. That means higher order address bus A8 to A15 are available in port number 2. Now port number 3, which is P3.0 to 3.7. It is 8-bit input output port. In an alternating function, each pins can be used as special function input output pin. Remember friends, port 3 is a very important port let's talk about port 3 and let's see each pin description as given in table. First of all, port 3.0, which is RxD. RxD is nothing but received data. Let's find out its function. It is an input signal. Through this input signal, microcontroller receives serial data of serial communication circuit. This is its function. Now port 3.1, which is TXD. TXD is nothing but transmit data, and its function is it is output signal of serial port. Through this signal data can transmitted. Okay. Now port 3.2, which is INT0. INT0, that means external interrupt 0, and its function is it is external hardware interrupt input signal. Through this user or programmer or peripheral interrupts to microcontroller. Okay. Now port 3.3, which is INT1. INT1 is nothing but external interrupt 1, and its function is it is external hardware interrupt signal. Through this user, programmer or peripheral interrupts to microcontroller. Clear? Now port 3.4, that is T0. T0, that means timer 0 and it is input. Remember that is timer 0 and input. It is input signal to internal timer 0 circuit. External clock pulse can connect to timer 0 through this input signal. External clock pulse can connect to the timer 0. Clear? Port 3.5, that is T1, same timer 1 input. T1, that means timer 1 input, same function like T0. It is input signal to internal timer circuit 1. External clock pulse can connect to the timer 1 through this input signal. Clear? Now the main pin, port 3.6, WR bar. WR bar. Now what is its function? It is active low right output control signal. WR bar, that means what? Right strobe. That is called right strobe. And what is its function? It is active low right output control signal. During the external RAM access, it is generated by microcontroller. When WR bar is equal to 0, when it is low, when it is 0, then perform write operation. Clear? Port 3.7, that is read bar. RD bar, that means read strobe. RD bar, that means read strobe. Now what is its function? It is active low read output control signal. During external RAM access, it is generated by microcontroller. When RD bar is equal to 0, then perform read operation from the external RAM. Clear? Now here port 0, port 1 and port 2, all function of this pins are clear. Now we are going to rest of the pins, that is XTL1 and XTL2. The function is these are two input output line for on-chip oscillator and clock generator circuit. A resonant network as quartz crystal is connected between these two pins. 8051 microcontroller also drives from the external clock, and XTL2 is used to drive 8051 from external clock, and XTL1 should be grounded. Clear? Now EA bar is also called as VPP. Now what is its function? It is an active low input to 8051 microcontroller. When EA is equal to 0, remember that thing, when EA is equal to 0, then 8051 microcontroller access from the external program memory, and when EA is equal to 1, then it access internal and external program memories. This is the main point of EA bar. Clear? And next one is PSEN bar, PSEN bar. That is, what is its function? It is active low output signal. It is used to enable external program memory. When PSEN bar is equal to 0, then external program memory becomes enable and microcontroller reads content of external memory location. Therefore, it is connected to OE of external ROM. It is activated twice every external ROM machine cycle. This is the main point. It is activated twice every external ROM memory cycle. Clear? Now only I think 2 or 3 pins are remaining. Let's focus on that. Now this is ALE. ALE is nothing but address latch enable. It is active high output signal. When it goes high, external address latch become enabling and lower address of external memory, that is RAM and ROM, latch into it. Thus it separates A0 to A7 address from AD0 to A7. It provides properly timed signal to latch lower byte address. The ALE is activated twice in every machine cycle. That means in a sum up, ALE is generally used to demultiplex address bus as well as data bus. That means AD0 to AD7. Clear? Now the last pin is reset pin. The reset pin is, what is its function? It is active high input signal. It should be maintained high for at least 2 machine cycle while oscillator is running, then 8051 microcontroller reset. Clear? Now I hope your all doubt related to pin function of 8051 have been cleared. Thank you very much.